Craft Brews and Casual Conversations. My name is Drew, and I am looking at a computer screen in which I am looking at what only you could call a sex symbol, a sex god of the Greek variety, of course, because those are the best kinds that you like. He goes by so many different names: Burbank Bob, Non-Chameleon Rob, Facebook Roberts. But I like to call him Rob. He's here too, looking at me, big smile on his face. It's been a while since we've been. I
hate you right now.
It's been a while since we've been together, but here we are.
It has been.
Here we are.
My screen did something, so I don't know what's going to happen here.
Tell him to do the thing.
Oh yeah, cue it.
You're about to hear the greatest show of your life.
Dude.
Dudes with brews on a porch with Rob and Drew.
Hello,
Hey Drew,
Rob. How are you?
I'm good.
Before we start the episode, I want to say we got probably one of the coolest pieces of merchandise ever delivered to my door. I will post a picture of this on Instagram, but it is a laser or a wood engraved Dudes with Brews on a Porch sign that we can hang up.
Awesome.
Our friend Adam made that for us. So he's got a little Etsy shop. Eventually we'll talk more about that when we get more details. But he's making some cool things. It's pretty sweet, I think. And it came at a good time because I was having a rough few days. Before we talk about that, let's discuss the brewskis that we be drinking. So, Rob, I haven't really bought beer in a long time, like beer to bring home. I'm still utilizing the Mobcraft Advent Calendar. So we're a month past Christmas, but I'm still drinking out of it. I'm very behind. I am drinking Spoony Love with It's a collaboration beer with Young Blood Brewing in Madison. It is a salted caramel stout, which sounds pretty fitting for the weather outside. It's not great. It's cold. Stouts are kind of a winter-esque beer.
I thought it was really nice today, but okay.
6.5 ABV, 0 on the IBU. So we got two breweries from Wisconsin teaming up to hopefully deliver a delicious beverage.
Did one bring the caramel and one bring the what was it again? Salted cashew?
Salted caramel stout.
Stout, yes.
Wow.
I am drinking from Harland Brewing, a Japanese lager.
Mm-hmm.
I think based on the can, it's called a labor of beer, but I could be wrong.
Okay.
It's kind of a confusing label. Maybe it's just called Japanese lager.
It is
no,
called
here it is.
Japanese lager.
It's called Quality Brewed.
It's Harland Brewing Japanese lager is what it's called.
It seems like that should not be the name of it, though, doesn't it?
That's the name of it.
Seems like that's more of a...
I don't know. It was
it's trademarked a labor. See, this is where we find out that Rob's an idiot.
So this lager that you're drinking was crafted using a puffed jasmine rice and toasted rice flakes, giving the beer a unique floral nose and familiar Japanese lager taste. Fermented from Urkel from imperial yeast. This Czech yeast lends to a very clean and crisp lager. 5 ABVs, 0 IBUs. How does it taste? How is it?
Oh, I need to drink it.
Yeah,
man, it's been so long. I'm off my game.
So mine, I would say,
smells like your like a lager.
Mine does have a good caramel forward taste to it. It's got the blends of the coffee-esque-ness of a stout. I enjoy it. It's pretty good.
You know what? I like this beer.
Good. I thought you were gonna say you didn't like it.
No, this beer reminds me of bowling.
What?
This is a beer that I would have fun on a bowling alley with this beer. I would just have my way with that alley and this beer, and it would be amazing. That's what when I took that first drink, I was like, I need to go bowling.
Yeah.
Take that how you want to, listeners, but it is a compliment.
Well, Rob, I guess we can discuss it. We've been gone for like 2 weeks or so. 2023 has not treated me the best because on January 6th, my dad passed away. Though it wasn't unexpected, it was still weird, I guess you can say. It's really the only way I know how to describe it. It doesn't feel real because it's always like whenever there's like a question regarding like a situation or something, I'm like, oh, well, we can just text dad about it. Well, we can't anymore. He had a lung disease for a very long time, over I think 11 years. I think his original diagnosis, the life expectancy was like, I think 5 to 10. So he was able to really surpass that in a way. But yeah, he was awake that Saturday morning, and then he wasn't. One day in hospice, and sucks.
Does suck. I'm sorry, man.
It's all right. I'm lucky enough because I guess I've never have lost anybody before until then, but unfortunately it had to be my dad. So that sucks. I think most of the time with life you expect grandparents, and then obviously you expect your parents at some point. But not I'm only 32. So I don't know, it's weird to process. It's weird.
That's how are you dealing with it now that you're like that? I mean, that's a big one, man. For a starter,
yeah.
As much as it's like as much as it sucks to lose anybody, like that's something that I have not experienced, and I don't look forward. Like, I mean, who would? That's such a. I'm saying obvious things, I guess, but. The dad is a big one, man. I am sorry to hear that happened. But are you dealing with it better now? Like a few weeks out, like.
I guess. I mean, I'd go like. I only took 3 days off. He passed away on Saturday. I was off work. I came back to work on that next Thursday. But I mean, well, on top of it, I got sick. So. It happened on Saturday. I saw him. I saw my dad, which is a different thing. Like I walked in his room. He was there, but obviously, he was dead. So I was there all day. I think I probably got there at like 9:30. I didn't leave till like 6, and it was just, you're dealing with people from the hospice. It was at in-home hospice, and then you gotta call a funeral home, and they gotta come pick them up, and you just wait, and it's like, well, what do you do? I got my second to say bye, and then his husband and I, we just chilled. We went to a bar eventually and drank a little bit. I don't know, like like I just said, it just seems. It doesn't seem real. The next day we had the family viewing, so my grandparents and everybody got to see him, say bye. But then we're doing like a celebration of life next weekend, so it's like 4 weeks after the fact. I kind of wanted to do it sooner because there's just a lot of, unfortunately, clashing personalities within my family that I don't necessarily want to deal with because I have bigger things to figure out and to get through than people's petty bullshit, but unfortunately I am dealing with that a little bit. But I mean, overall, like, I went back to work Thursday and it felt, it was good. I was still pretty sad, and I'm still sad, but the more like you get back into your routine, like, thank God for like a monotonous routine, I think.
Oh no, for sure. That's I'm 100% with you on that. Like when people go like, "Oh, take all the time you need," it's like,
Yeah.
no, I need to make my mind busy, please.
Right. I considered taking the week off, but then I was just like, well, I only have so many like emergency days to use. I still have plenty of time left of my contracted year. What if something else happens? My grandpa just turned 88, so it's like, you have all these thoughts or whatever with it. So, I mean, obviously now it's like bothering me, but because I'm talking about it so much, but
we don't have to talk
no,
about
it's
it
fine.
either. I'm just,
it's fine.
This is.
I thought, because the last time we talked,
I really tried not to bug you about it just for that reason.
A lot of people, a lot of people obviously gave their condolences, right? A couple people followed up like every other day or so, which I don't know, it was fine. I think that Wednesday I just slept most of the day because I felt like shit. I didn't feel good. I had a fever, like I was just sick. So I slept most that day, which was good, and then back to it on Thursday. But I mean, I saw him the week before, so I saw him that Sunday before, and I just like, it was bad. Like this lung disease had really turned a person who like, lived on a farm. We lived on a farm. He raised all these animals. He like did farm work, and then on top of his full-time job, he went from that to struggling to get up to walk to the bathroom. His oxygen levels were just like, when he was at rest, he needed 8 liters per minute of oxygen running through his body. When he stood up, just to stand up, he needed 15, which is a lot if you really think about it. 15 liters per minute, and just to go to like the bathroom, and like ever since fall, pretty much like every month since September, he was in the hospital for a different reason. He had COVID at one point. That wasn't anything to do with this, but I knew it was coming, and like he was kind of like, when I was there, he would fall asleep a lot, and like just watching him like breathe while he's sleeping, I was like, God, this is rough. So we did get to, I spent the whole day with him. We got to watch a Packer game, which we did a lot. When like not so much in like the recent years, but like when growing up, we watched a lot of Packer games together, and we'd always kind of bitch about them. And they won that game, which is good. So the last game he saw, they won, which is awesome. You got to see Ashton and Jonah. It was sad he didn't get to see Madison, but I knew it was coming. I didn't think it'd be 6 days later, but
no, yeah, that's quick. Which at your wedding, I didn't feel like he was too bad off, and that was only like a year and a half ago.
2 years ago. Tomorrow will be 2 years.
A year and a half's not bad. That's not a bad. I'm not that far off.
Yeah, but it's I don't know, man.
How do you feel about people that follow up with you? I'm kind of I know that this is the wrong thing to take away from this, but whenever I've experienced like somebody dying, the people that follow up and keep going like, "Hey, are you okay? You okay? How's it going?" Those are the people where I just go like, "Please just stop asking me that, please." Like, that's why I back off. I let you people deal with stuff. If you want to talk to me or talk about it, you always know I'm here.
I mean, I was pretty short with everybody. I think in general I was just short with everybody. They would just say, "How you doing?" And I would just say, "I'm okay. I'm all right. Just doing this." Did a lot of nothing those 3 days.
Did I ask you how are you doing?
I mean, I'm fine. It's like I said, like really, like
I was setting you up to say that your default answer.
Yeah. But I mean, thankfully, Carissa was there those 3 days too. So we just, I don't know, we kind of just I think we went out to eat a couple times and just kind of chilled, really. But for the people that did, I appreciated it. I thanked them, but I'm like, I'm fine. It's all I can really describe it is just weird. It is a weird, I don't know, like to see somebody in their bed and they're not alive, is weird. You just think like, I just stared at him for hours and like, you just expect his eyes to open up. Right. And then it's just weird. It really is. It's, I'm not used to it, but, eventually I'll be, I will be used to it eventually, which that's just how it goes. But, I mean, yeah, a lot of people like, not a lot of people, but some people sent cards. Some people gave us like gift cards to restaurants, which was cool. I thanked them and appreciated it, but ultimately, I don't know. Cards are kind of stupid in my opinion. And like I always say, like, if there's nothing in it, I don't read it. I'm just kidding. No, some people that I didn't expect to send cards, which was cool. I don't know. Did it make me feel better? No. I really thought, I don't know, when it happened, like, or before it happened, I thought like, well, when this happens, I'm going to be, I don't know, angry. Like, and I kind of was angry to a degree with some things growing up because my dad wasn't always there. Like he was there, but like, he wasn't like, he didn't come to my football games. He didn't come to stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't in sports forever, but all through middle school, I was in sports and a little bit in high school. And he had the farm. I get that. And he also worked retail, which is a shitty schedule. But he just didn't come to a lot of that stuff. And so you reflect on that, and I got a little angry while he was still alive. And but when he died, I just kind of forgot about it and didn't care. Which was I didn't expect that to happen. I thought I'd be angrier, but no. Like, ultimately, I was like, well, and then like some people like want to talk to me about certain things about him, and I'm like, I don't want to hear it. Like, I don't care, because what is the point of it? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I know he wasn't perfect. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. But it's just like, so why? I don't want to fucking hear what you have to say unless it's a good thing. So
I don't know why people will be walking up and going like, "Let me tell you some."
Yeah, this is a couple times. Like I said, there is.
Your old man, he owed me $20, and they hold out their hand like, we could remedy this.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's weird, but thankfully, I do have somebody at home with me. I have 3 kids that can help me forget things, and then Krista gives me ample reasons to be annoyed about other things. So I just she's sitting next to me. That's why I said that. So I don't know, man. It's weird. I got a couple of his things. One of his shirts, I think it's like a jersey that I'm gonna frame. But yeah, it's I think I took it like, for the most part, the best. I had to tell my sister, and like one thing, and this, take it as you will. It's funny, but it's not. One thing that you should do leading up to the moment that you're about to tell somebody that somebody important in their life died, first check to see if they're at work when they answer the phone. I didn't do that. I led with, "Hey, Dad's dead," and then I found
led with, "Hey, wow,"
and then I found out she's at work, and my sister went pretty like. She was kind of like in hysterics a little bit, which as you would be, right? And then she's like, "Oh, I'm at work," and I was like, "Oh, I probably should have asked that first."
I don't think you've never dealt with it, so it's like I would have never thought about that. I probably still wouldn't have thought about that, but I remember like when I heard that one of my best friends back when I was in high school passed away. And honestly, it's like I feel kind of bad because like my grandpa had died at this point, my cousin had died at this point. I had known people that died, and but when I heard that somebody in his family died, and I was like, oh, it can't be him, it can't be him. And then it was right before I went to work, and I was like, I called his cousin James, and I said, hey, that I heard so and so. That's not John, is it? And like he was like, yeah, it was John. And I literally couldn't stand. Like it took me like I still went to work that night because I didn't know how to process it. That one was a rough one, but I still wouldn't. I don't think I would have thought like I would think to ask any of my brothers that if I'm in the unfortunate position of having to make that call.
Yeah,
so I learned something today. At least make sure you ask that question.
See where they are first. Are you sitting?
I mean, I will say this in terms of a spectrum of how you can deal with something like that. When Dree was out here and we were going down to Long Beach, we were at the train station, and a highly, highly intoxicated man came up and was like howling and crying, like to the point where you could hear him a block away about how his dad died, and then curled up in a ball on the train station platform, just repeating, "My dad's dead." So I think you took it like a champ. That's all I'm saying.
It was weird. I mean, the phone rang. It was like 8:30, and it said "Dad," and I was like, "Something's wrong," because one, my dad wasn't much of a caller. He was a texter. And yeah, so he just never called me. He would always text. So I answered it. It was his husband. He told me what happened. And then, yeah, I had to get up. I didn't brush my teeth. I was still laying in like my pajamas, threw a hat on and drove out there. It was like a 40-minute drive. And yeah, like the whole way there, I had to kind of prepare because I was like, I wasn't sure if if my dad was still there or not. And then yeah, you walk in and go in the room, and there he is. And it was, I don't know, but we got the thing next weekend. Hopefully it goes okay. And I'm just under the my plan is if bullshit happens, I'm just gonna leave. I'm just not gonna do it. I'm not gonna deal with it, and I shouldn't have to. Like I shouldn't be put. My sister shouldn't be put in this situation either, where we have to kind of like pick sides. I'm just not doing it. Mm-hmm. So,
well, nothing like magnifies a crevice in a family like a death. I will say that. Like it's, you would think that would bring people closer together, but it really just.
I was hoping it would. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. It's like
I rarely see that happen.
It has nothing to do with me, but it's just like the situation is like it's like something that I feel like me and my sister have to deal with. But we'll see how it goes, and hopefully it goes well, and hopefully I don't have to.
It'll go fine. It'll go well.
Yeah, hopefully I don't have to deal with something like this for a while. My fear is like this year's just going to be a bad year for it because I have. I mean,
2023 has definitely started off terrible for you.
A lot of people too.
Every time I talk to you, you are sick.
Yeah.
Or have terrible news.
I don't know why
That's all I've gotten.
I usually don't get sick. Well, I don't get sick much. But yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna need you to step it up. I need not sick Drew.
Yeah, I'm trying to be, but like even like a friend of the podcast, his dad also passed away 6 days before mine. So it's like that sucks, and my friend's grandpa just passed away. So it's like all these people I know, like they have relatives. There's a pretty bad accident that happened with some kids I know. And two of them passed away over the weekend. It's just it's weird. It's off to a horrible start. Hopefully it gets better. It didn't like to put icing on the cake. Saturday the 7th, my dad's gone. The 8th, I was like, all right, I'm gonna end my nights. I'm gonna end this weekend with watching a Packer game. Right, the Detroit Lions. They win it. They're in the playoffs and all that good stuff. And they lost. I was like, God damn it. You got to be kidding me.
Yeah, I was surrounded by 150 Packer fans in my cheese head.
And then Rob was there.
One lone Detroit Lion fan. And
was that Rob?
I'm gonna say
Rob
it
Weldon,
was the,
right?
yeah, that was Rob. And it was the small part of the pie graph that went home happy that night. That 1%.
Mm-hmm.
Really closer to like 0.75%.
They weren't even like they had no chance of getting in the playoffs anyway. So it's like, come on, you could be nice. Throw the Packers a bone. Nope.
No.
They demolished them, and it was.
Was that their first winning season in
a long time.
It was only their fourth of the last 30 games they've played, or 31 games. So of the last 31 games that the Lions have played at Lambeau, they've now won 4 of them.
Yeah, it is what it is. It's fine.
We we didn't deserve.
Yeah.
I hear we're moving off Rodgers. Do you hear these rumors in Wisconsin? Because I only hear them through other football people that are like, I heard this, and I go, I didn't watch sports.
I just know he's just on the fence. If the Packers plan on rebuilding, Rodgers won't be a part of it. I'm sure if they meet some of his demands, he'll stay. Who fucking knows, man? And I'm not going to be concerned about it because I'm under the impression that the Packers are just going to suck for a long time now. So it doesn't really matter.
I'm ready for it. I say bring it on.
And the Bucks aren't looking so hot either. Giannis hasn't played the last, I think, 4 or 5 games.
Let the Bucks simmer. They don't cook; they simmer.
It was nice.
And then they explode in the when we're gonna win the championship this year. Mark my words.
It was nice. Not the next Monday, but the following Monday after that. After my dad stuff, I did get to take Ashton to a Bucks game. Which was cool. We were 6 rows behind one of the nets, so we were up close. He really got the full experience, which really made me happy because he was so excited. Like, he got on the Jumbotron 4 times. Now, I've never been on the Jumbotron. He got on it 4 times. He got, they're throwing T-shirts. He got a T-shirt. They threw these bags. He got a bag. He got the white clapper things because that's like the section where you get the white clapper things for the free throws. He got those. So like. He was really.
Part of me is really, really happy for you guys, but another part of me is seething with jealousy and anger.
And then they won. Giannis didn't play, which was a bummer, but
was he on the sidelines at least?
Yeah, he was on the sidelines. He was watching, but we were closer to the away team. That bench, but it's fine. But I mean, he started chanting "Bobby, Bobby" for Bobby Portis, and when he was getting a little heated, and it was cool. It was a fun time, but it was very expensive day. You go there. They don't really do tailgating in Milwaukee in the Deer District, right? When you go to a Packer game,
you gotta buy. You can buy food and drink, but yeah, you can't go there and make your own like at a Packer game.
Right. So. We went there. We walked around in the Deer District a little bit. Stopped at Good City. He drank a root beer, and I had a beer. And then we go in, and he says he's hungry. I'm like, okay. So I get him pizza, soda. I got pizza, and then I got a beer. It's $42.
That's $40, right?
$42.
That's at least $40. Yeah.
And then of course he wanted to go in the pro shop, so I took him in the pro shop, and then he found this stuffed animal monkey thing. That was $35 for a stuffed animal. I was like, good Lord.
That's not okay.
It was insane. But ultimately a good time. That was like the first like happy day. After all that, which was good. So yeah. That's been my last few weeks. So had the full work week last week. It's kind of been business as usual otherwise, just going to work. Hanging with the kiddos. It's nice to not have homework anymore. Like, thank God for that. So, yeah. I don't know what's next. I've been wanting to run, but like this cough I haven't like shaken it all the way yet. It's getting a lot better. And that was like the thing too. Like every night I was coughing, and I like every 2 minutes I couldn't stop coughing, and it was just like impossible to sleep half the time. So it was like just fucking horrible. It was just horrible. And so thankfully that's
No,
getting better.
I know people have had that cough, and it doesn't sound fun.
Yeah, and I don't want to like run and like push this from going away any further. So the marathon aspirations in April are probably dwindling, but I still have time. I can do it this year. I can still prepare myself for something this year once I get back to myself or like back to health, I guess. So I don't know. Day by day, as the people in AA say, isn't it?
I don't know. I don't like those people.
I don't know. I've never attended that, but yeah, really.
No, it is. It's one day at a time.
And the most insulting part of all of this is it sounds like the first words that Jonah is gonna say is "mama" because he's already said it like 800 times, and he hasn't.
He's trying to say Master Drew.
Yeah, he's trying to say Master Drew. Yeah, that's right, Master Drew. But I try to tell him to say "da," and he just looks at me. And he'll smile, but he doesn't try. So that's pretty. That hurts.
You can really find a downside with anything, can't you?
Hurts. What do you mean?
You got your kid's about to say his first word. Is that a normal parent thing to go? It's not. Did any of your kids say "da" first?
I don't know. I think Mama was kind of the first one for most of them. Yeah. So. I don't know. It's a bummer. I'd rather his first word to be poop. Like if we could.
Yeah, that would be great if he could tell you.
Yeah. Then exactly because he's looking and go poop, and they're okay. We'll wipe your booty, but no, Mama. And then she's strutting around like she owns the joint. She's like, "Oh yeah, look, he said Mama first. you punk. Blah 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 blah. Who's the best parent? You're such a loser." And things like that. Calls me a loser, Robert. Loser.
You don't have to tell me. I know Carissa. I know how it is.
She's so mean. And the day, tomorrow's our anniversary, 2 years.
By the way, you've gotten really good at putting the makeup around the eye. I can barely tell.
Around my eye?
Yeah, I can barely tell about the black eyes anymore.
Yeah. So we're 2 years tomorrow, and this is how she treats me. It's sad. But if it makes you feel any better, there's 5 seconds left in the Cowboys 49ers game, and the Cowboys are about to lose.
They are?
Yes.
Yeah?
That makes me happy.
That makes me happy, too.
I don't like the 49ers, but I dislike the Cowboys. They have the ball, though. So, I mean, they score here, they win.
So I got, I will say this, I got NFL Pro for the Oculus, the MetaQuest 2.
Yeah. What's that like?
And today I played a 49ers Cowboys game. I was up at the end of the game. The Cowboys had the ball, and they scored and beat me with 3 seconds left on the clock. So hopefully, and I will say when I played that game, I played the Packers-Vikings game before the Packers-Vikings game, and I blew the Vikings out of the water. If you recall me telling you, and I said this is what's going to happen. We're going to blow the Vikings out of the water, and that happened. So,
well, right now, yeah, 6 seconds left. If they score the touchdown, so it's 12-19. So they have to get the 7. They have to get the extra point. It's going to come down to that lousy kicker who's made like one of the last 7 attempts.
Man, I almost will need you to turn your camera so we can watch that.
The best
together.
moment would be is if they scored a touchdown.
And he misses
it. I would relish in that.
I'll be getting drunk tonight.
It's yeah, and that's the one thing that's one thing I like about sports is I love one team, I love the Packers, but I hate so many teams that I can find joy when the Packers aren't in the playoffs. And people will talk their smack, but it's like the last time Cowboys won, it was 1993 or something like that.
Yeah.
And you know what? I just want to go on record, and I get ridiculed for saying this so many times in my house, I guess. They call it America's team, right?
Oh, we joke about that all the time.
But
here.
Football's an American.
Self-proclaimed.
It's an American sport. Every single team is in America. So, if you're gonna pick one team as America's team, well, why even have the sport? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but if you're gonna pick one team as America's team, it should be based on a poll or something, not just based on an advertising campaign.
They lost.
Because you can say, I mean, some people that are wrong would say that Coke is America's cola. I mean, they're wrong,
Yeah.
but they do say that, because it's a popular drink. The Cowboys are more popularly hated than they are liked, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, they just
And
lost.
there's actually our polls on this now, and the Cowboys definitely are not America's team. They just said that. What's your second point?
That was it. I was just like every.
Oh, I thought you had a list. I feel like you
No.
set up a list.
I know. I'm saying like
I really
my first
got a
point.
list lead in.
First
you.
point is football is an American sport. Okay. Second point is every team is in America, every single team. So you can't have America's team is whoever wins the Super Bowl that year. That is America's team.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's like, yes, they play
unless it's the Patriots, because they're just
yeah, they play overseas, but it's not like they're playing the German team. It's not like they're playing the London.
See, now that's more interesting to me, is that the America's team is the team that represents America in the England-Germany games for that week.
And it's never the Cowboys.
That makes more sense than, all the teams are in America. Yes, but
Right.
America can still pick a team. But when, say, the Jets go and play the Jaguars, I don't know, in England, then the Jets and the Jaguars are America's team.
Right.
Because they're not in America. So it's like, what are we going to go see today? We're going to go see those American teams.
That's right. So thankfully they lost. That makes me happy. # we dumb boys, which is also a stupid slogan.
Is that a Cowboy thing?
We dumb boys.
We damn boys or we dumb boys?
Both.
Yeah. Okay.
I just it's awful. It's awful. Anything you want to talk about?
Hey,
what's up with you?
Go Bay Area. What's up with me?
Yeah. Touch any more famous cars?
I have not touched any more famous cars.
Any famous people?
Not. You know what's funny is the most famous like actors and stuff that I've seen or said hello to are like not famous. I guess like
you met the dude from
Young
Sheldon,
the older brother from the Sheldon show, the Young Sheldon show. I actually did talk to him for quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
He's a cool dude. But then also the lead character on the Goldbergs, Adam Goldberg, the kid that plays Adam Goldberg.
Oh, really?
And it feels like because they're like they're children, so it doesn't feel like anything to me. I need it. I'll be happy when I see when I see a Brad Pitt type.
Yeah.
I want the pinnacle.
Do you really think you'll see Brad? I don't know that you'll see him at Tony's, unfortunately.
I know, and I really don't. I've gotten into my rut that I but I did. I went to Philly's Best the other day instead for some dinner, some good cheesesteak.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna go to the Granadas, but it's a little expensive.
Yeah.
So,
what's your electric bill like? Expensive?
I don't know. I pay under $100 for water, electric, and gas.
Damn. That's nice.
So
my electric bill has gone way up. # inflation.
Well, yeah, it's all that.
Pretty cool.
Solar power, wind power.
I'd love to do that, but yeah, man. That's been my life. Hopefully, I'll have more exciting things to talk about next time.
Yeah, I have no reason not to have exciting things to talk about, but I still don't. I'm going to a few concerts coming up.
Yeah, the Zigzags.
I'm going to the Zigzags on Saturday. I'm going to Godspeed You Black Emperor in March. I'm going to go see the Lakers Bucks game in February.
You got some plans. You should go to that Briggs show.
When is that?
The
we'll
11th?
talk about it off here.
I think it's the 11th. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the 11th too. So that's right around that Bucks game.
Okay.
If it's after, I could easily go after work.
Yeah.
If there's tickets still, but Yeah. And just real quick, just because I'm just going to do the shout out here, Rob Weldon's third book
Mm-hmm. The Omniscient
is
and the Cosmic Egg.
available on Kindle and will be available hardcover and softcover or paperback, as the readers say.
I see.
Tomorrow on Amazon.
I see he's been on a lot of podcasts lately.
He wants to
come
do
back.
some more, but yeah, I'll talk to him about it. It's he liked doing ours, because it was a little bit. How did he put it? Unprofessional. Laid back. I think he said laid back.
What are these other ones like?
I've listened to a few of them. It's like, the one that he just did while he was here is like a radio guy. And you know how those radio guys are.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, no, but it was and seriously, everything went wrong for him beforehand. His computer didn't have the Chrome on it, and they were using Streamlabs, so he was like trying to download Chrome, and I was like, "You can use my computer, but it's slow as hell," And then it was just a bad situation, but it was a good interview. I watched it; it was good. Made me want to get the Cosmic Egg, even though I already did. That's the name of the book. Is I believe it's the Omnis and the Cosmic Egg.
Mm-hmm.
Something.
That's what it is.
Okay.
The Omniscient and the Cosmic Egg.
Yeah. Okay.
I know. I follow them. I see the things.
I should know the name of the book, but I don't. I've been reading mostly Human, mostly Cat today, so I read like 120 page. Yeah. I'm halfway through it at this point. I just didn't have time to read, so I wasn't reading. Sure. I was like writing instead of reading.
Oh yeah, you been writing anything exciting?
I'm still working on that one idea that I'm not going to put out there quite yet.
The porn?
Yes.
Okay.
It's sci-fi. Old.
There's a story though.
It's old Ireland porn. It's basic. It's a dude with Scottish heritage goes back to 17th century Ireland, and they get down and dirty there.
I like it.
That's as much as I'm willing to give away because I don't want somebody to steal that idea because I think it's gold.
I think so too. But Rob, I gotta try to get this boy to sleep. He's usually sleeping by now, but he's still wide awake as you saw him getting hauled into the kitchen.
Can you do me one favor before you go?
Yeah.
Can you show the wood thing? Now I'm quoting my story.
Can I show you the wood?
Can you show me the wood, please?
Right here.
Oh, that's awesome. All right. The camera wasn't working when you showed it before.
Oh, yeah. Adam made it. So it's pretty sweet. Gonna hang that
As
up.
in Adam?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that came in the mail. I did because he had gotten the thing, and then I said, "Hey, you should try to make a sign." And I was like, "I'll buy it. I'll pay you or whatever to do it." And that was like a while ago, and then the whole thing happened with my dad, and then one day 2 days later, it just showed up on my porch, and I was like, "There it is," and it made me smile. I thought it was pretty cool. So
yeah, that is cool.
Yeah, it was really nice of him. He didn't charge me. He gifted it to me. So it's what good friends are for. So
now I'm gonna have to reach out to him so I can get one.
Yeah,
too.
It's pretty sweet.
But I need mine to have California on it.
No,
right?
You can't.
No, that's not allowed.
HQ is in Wisconsin.
That's true. That's true.
But I drank Spoony Love from Mobcraft and Youngblood salted caramel stout. It's pretty good, man. I enjoyed it. It's refreshing. Well, how was your Japanese lager?
Yeah, I drank Japanese lager, which I still think is a weird name for a beer because it sounds like
It's just what it is.
Yeah. I enjoy it. I'm enjoying it. And then I'm going bowling now. So what's going to happen?
All right, man. Well, enjoy your bowling. A place where you can go and actually touch the things that are there. And it's okay. It's acceptable.
Is that what bowling is all about?
The bowling balls you can touch, right?
Oh, I thought you were talking about the pins.
Just as long as it's not the bowling ball from Big Lebowski.
Oh, that place doesn't exist anymore. I just found out
Oh, really?
that the bowling alley from Big Lebowski actually isn't too far from where I'm at, except for it doesn't exist anymore because they put like a Ross there or something.
Great.
Sad.
Thanks a lot, Ross.
But yeah, right.
But I would
bowling
say
is-
drink Spoony Love, and you would say drink Japanese lager.
Yeah, if you like bowling and lager, drink Japanese lager.
Does it have you have to go bowling in order to enjoy it?
No, I'm just saying if you like bowling, when you drink this beer, you could sit on the couch and be like, oh yes, strike.
The picture you sent me had a bunch of Star Wars stuff. Like, Star Wars isn't Japanese.
It has nothing to do with it. No.
Is that your Star Wars stuff?
No, that would be my roommate's.
I was gonna say
he's a Funko Pop guy.
I like the pops too, but I'm like, Star Wars,
It's a young man's game.
the new
Star
stuff.
Wars.
The new stuff is kind of lame.
See, like I said, it's a young man's game.
I guess
You
so.
give me those original 3. Rogue One was good. I actually was not disappointed with the what's the newest one that just came out?
Andor?
You don't? Is it Andor?
I think so.
Andor. Let's call it Andor. At the first 3 episodes of that, I was really into, and then the Fire Stick broke, so I didn't have Disney Plus anymore.
Great. 2023, disappointing, but all right.
Yeah. That stuff had nothing to do with the beer. I just needed a picture, and that's what we decided.
It looks good. It's
So
a good picture.
go put your son to bed.
will.
Make sure he says "Dada" before he goes to sleep. Wake him up every time he falls asleep without saying "Dada." Wake him up.
Okay.
By morning, it'll be his first word.
I will do that. You're right. All right, man. Well, we'll
Right.
talk soon.
All right, later, man.
Pew! Audio. Goodbye, everyone.